Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom about to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in this air. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in their way. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Shadows, shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in their shade. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in their way.
You've been trying, but you're nothing like me. You can fake it, but you're not fooling me. If you jump in the fire, watching you burn, I'll be waiting till you get what you deserve. You've been lying across the 7 seas, tried to hide it, but now it's sink or swim. If you jump in the fire, watching you burn, I'll be waiting till you get just what you deserve. You've been lying, 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 lying. You've been lying, 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 lying. You've been trying, but you're nothing like me. You can fake it, but you're not fooling me. If you jump in the fire, watching you burn, I'll be waiting till you get what you deserve. Trying, but you're nothing like me. You can fake it, but you're not fooling me. If you jump in the fire, I'll be watching you burn. I'll be waiting till you get what you deserve. You've been lying across the seven seas, tried to hide it, but now it's sink or swim. If you jump in the fire, I'll be watching you burn. I'll be waiting till you get just what you deserve. Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power. Infinite power, power. Infinite power. Infinite
hear us, I think. Ah, that's because I didn't set the levels up properly. But people can hear us now. Yay!
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Awesome. So, as I was just saying, welcome to day 2 of the Season 8 tournament. With me, we have Doctor. Say hello again.
Hello.
Always my trusty partner in crime, and not crime.
Literal crime.
So
It's just
yesterday,
having an alibi.
yeah. So yesterday we had Group A bots fight it out. Micro Machine ended up on top with a bunch, three-way lover very close behind, and then a bunch of bots very close behind that. So it's quite an exciting group. No team managed to come out of the first round of Group A matches unbeaten. Also, no bot managed to come out of it without a win either. So, all good.
Nice. Close
Today,
competition.
today we move into Group B. Group B has Gensi bots, Mad AI, Tyr, Spinny, additional Pylons, and Strelok. And we'll see them fight it out for a place in the semi-finals. So today finishes up the first round robin. After that, bot authors will be able to update their bots before the second round robin, and then we'll show the second round robin next week. But that's so we're ready to get into the games. I think we should do.
I'm ready.
Cool. So first up is Tyr against additional Pylons.
Yeah, let me open that up real quick.
Yeah, just loading it now. So yeah, Tyr is another bot that's managed to make every single tournament we've had. Done really well in a couple. So hopefully see what he's got to offer for us this time. Last tournament he had a random bot in the tournament that done quite well. This time he's decided to focus on his Protoss bot. So normally you'll find like focusing on one race generally is a good tactic, but Tyr obviously likes a challenge. Going back to the Protoss for now though. And he is up against Yes, up against additional Pylons who came third last time. And obviously a returning champion. Well, not returning champion, but like a returning bot at least. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Cool. So starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, down in the bottom right, we have Tyr, as I said, focusing on his Protoss bot this time. And up in the top left, additional Pylons, another Protoss bot. Actually, I believe we have, is it 3 or 4 Protoss? No, 3 Protoss bots in this group, so quite Protoss heavy. 1 Zerg and 2 Terran. So yeah, additional Pylons decides to scout, whereas Tyr is quite happy not scouting. It's a very long distance to come across this map, this poor probe.
Just worth the walk ahead of him.
So double gateway here for Tyr. Maybe a Zealot.
Pretty good range gas for additional power.
Actually, yes.
This gateway is slightly later, though, for some reason, even though he took the assimilator second. It always surprises me how, like, small changes between bot logic can, like, stack up to, like, differences when things go down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think, so triple gateway here for Tyr. No gas. I think we might be seeing a few Zealots here.
I'm waiting for the fourth gate.
Oh god. Well, not out yet, but definitely a Zealot heavy opening here. This is going to be fun.
It might only be 3 gate plus expand.
Possibly, but there's no gas and no cyber either, so... And it looks like with the expansion out and just a single gateway, I think additional pylons is going to have some trouble.
It's not allowing the results across the map yet.
No.
Generally, if you go for something, there's a fourth gateway. Kind of feel like it was a little late, but maybe it's not.
So
This game sounds rather loud compared to our voices.
yeah, just pause for a sec now. I will set it up in the options sound. I'll take the master volume down to like that. Right. Okay, unpause in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Okay, so that hopefully should be a bit better as we see the first few zealots running across. So if you're wondering why we have to sync up on the sounds, it's because we can't do the whole watch together replay thing on these replays. It just doesn't work.
It's rather sad.
Yeah. Which
Shield
would have been
balance.
really nice, but
Yeah. Shield balance looks like he's scouting random various bases. There's no third, there's no fourth, but what he does not expect is a dozen zealots.
oh, this is gonna be bad. He needs to just pull all of his workers now and all of those zealots, and hopefully he might be able to hold it. But he needs to get those workers out there to back them up.
He needs to get shield batteries. I don't think pulling workers would be wise. I feel like you just gotta make a wall at the top with zealots, probes, and build shield batteries behind and hope that's enough.
But it looks like all of those zealots were taken out.
Force field the ramp. No, don't attack the zealots.
Oh god. So the zealots are chasing the workers, but it looks like the workers are just going to kite them, which is quite good. Gives him a chance to pull out some more units.
Yeah, I don't think you can kite a zealot with a sentry.
No, sentries are quite slow. But it does just look like a complete all-in here from Tyr. There is still no tech behind this. It's not even going for charge or anything like that. So these adepts are probably going to do a fair bit of damage to that if they don't get caught like that one did. Oh no, the numbers are just piling up now for Tyr.
They really are. He just needs shield battery and immortal. Or
Yeah.
immortal and or prison. But even that, I don't know. I think he has enough gas to not literal gas, just actual units to fight all of this.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think this is there's just too much here for Tyr to deal with. So yeah, and there go all the workers.
GG.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a very quick win for Tyr.
Sure. I think there's a chance he could come back. You gotta believe.
I think we had this discussion yesterday.
We did, except this time I'm being ironic. There's no.
So I think now's the time we get to speed this up and watch the rest of the game fast pace. If only additional pylons had a way.
I'm surprised he's not fighting with the adepts. The adepts are chickening out, when in reality he could continue to.
Yeah, he just needs to kite better with the adepts, I think, and then he'd be able to deal with that. But GG, so that's a first win for additional pylons for Tyr, sorry. Against additional pylons. Additional pylons didn't actually update directly for the tournament, so it's certainly possible that a lot of the other bot authors have actually managed to scout him a little bit better than they did last time. So that's good.
You know what he needed, though, right?
Additional pylons?
Yeah, at the top of the ramp.
Yeah, that would have been good. So next up we have Gensi up against Mad AI. So Gensi actually finished second on our ladder for the regular season. Quite
nice.
a way behind Micro Machine though. It got to a point where he could only play Micro Machine, or Micro Machine could only play Gensi, and every time Micro Machine would win, which was kind of a bit sad.
Oof.
I think that that was the most played matchup on the ladder for obvious reasons. But anyway, let me know when you're ready and in game.
I'm ready.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, at the top left we have Gensibot. Terran second on the ladder, top seed in this group. Let's see how he does up against our Protoss on the bottom right. It is Mad AI. So Gensibot's known for being pretty aggressive, but still like has a decent enough macro if his aggression gets stopped in any way. He didn't quite have the response to the Reaper micro that Micro Machine had, though I think was his main problem. So it's possible if he gets attacked early with a decent micro, he might be in trouble. But let's see what Mad AI does. So no proxy here for Gensi.
Yeah.
Something that Micro Machine love to do. I love the way it has all the bots just raise that bunker there.
It's so great.
Yeah, it's like raise the depot even though that is really not going to stop him.
I mean, he's got to try.
Yeah. I mean, it does make him walk around a little bit further.
Oh, I think we got him.
Oh, that poor probe. No. Oh. So one worker down. Madbot spawning GG already. Or maybe
Oof.
not.
Yeah. Mad AI has 2 workers trying to ace down the single worker of
Yeah. This is something my bot struggled with a bit. It's just like sometimes it would randomly place like pylons in the middle of your worker line. And it's just weird.
Yeah, it's brutal. A cannon in that location wouldn't be too bad, but pylon isn't as great.
No, it's a big problem. Will cost you a lot of resources there. So I think we have got a Reaper here coming in for Gensibot. See if he can get any probes.
Stalker is about 10 seconds away from finishing.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to get like probably 3 before the
2
Stalker.
or 3, yeah. Oh, and out comes the Stalker. He might get a 4th. No. Oh. So that looks like that Reaper is going to get away, which is quite nice.
Indeed.
So still no expansion for Mad AI. And bunker set up here. So it looks like Mad AI might be going for an early rush, but it might not survive with that bunker set up there for Gensi. Suddenly Mad AI has a bit of an army advantage at the moment, and it's still getting out lots more stalkers. What would be really good is to take out that bunker. If he could get a couple of immortals out, then that would be really problematic.
Well, kind of like how Jessibot's not actually like filling up the bunker. He's just waiting on the ramp, waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
A lot of like good pro players do that too. They just kind of like park their units right in between their bases, so that way they have the shortest walk distance, no matter where they get harassed.
Yeah. It's a good idea. It's pointless having units in the bunker unless there's something attacking the bunker.
For sure. The bunker is surprisingly a little far back. Like I generally like to see it closer to the ramp, so that way, like units like can't get up the ramp and have high vision to shoot it, or closer to the other ramp, so that way units can just run by the bunker and into your main.
Yeah.
But
So I think Mad AI is gearing up for a big attack here, but with that bunker there, it's going to be tough for him. So he's got this little proxy pylon over here, and he's going to... Oh, so we're seeing this again. I saw this yesterday. It's like one unit goes around one way, the rest of them is going around the other, and it's like... I need to group that up. But these stalkers need to be a bit more grouped up going in, or they're going to get taken out. And it looks like...
Immediately pulls the boys.
Ooh.
Oh, that is good. Wow.
Yeah, that bunker is not going anywhere, I'm afraid, Mad AI.
Wow. What a
needs to pull
defense.
back.
Holy moly.
Oh, that
I
was
was not
clean.
expecting that. That's probably the best defense I've ever seen from a bot.
Yeah, that was so
Wow.
clean. Gensubot showing why he's so highly rated on the ladder there.
For sure, he's
That's
showing
brilliant.
good. He's attacking, pulling back at exactly the right times.
Yeah,
Oftentimes bots will get in this loop where they don't actually commit, or like they start to commit and then they run away, and then this like they're always getting attacked as they attack and run away. But
yeah. So I think we're seeing it here from Mad AI. I think he just needs to pull back, accept that attack didn't work, and then go back and try something else. But there's no point sending in stalkers one by one there, I'm afraid. It looks like that's what he's going to do.
I mean, as long as he keeps making him pull a dozen workers to to repair one health off the bunker, it's actually not too bad a trade.
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. That's
Well, I mean, you gotta worry that yes, he's not trading resources horribly well, but he is losing an army, and like he's not building up an army, and eventually Agency Bot's gonna get this critical mass where he can just move across the map and win.
yeah. I think he's probably about at that at the moment if he did that. Oh. No, not one by one, Mad AI, no. Just filter in one by one. Oh.
Well, that was. I still can't like get over how good that hold was.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. It just,
I wouldn't keep pulling a dozen workers to repair the bunker. Like I don't think I could have pulled it better myself.
yeah, that's good. So I think we're just going to see marching one by one now.
I like the bunker and repair. It puts a lot of bots. It kind of exploits the logic of a lot of bots because a lot of bots are going to be like, okay, if there's enemy units nearby, I'm going to prioritize those.
Yeah.
But it won't prioritize the workers repairing the bunker.
No. And it looks like now, so Gensibot just salvaged his bunker, moving all of his units across the map. You have to think that this is going to be enough to take out anything that Mad AI might have.
I would have to agree.
And he's just got the proxy pylon as well. So...
Poor Mad AI.
So yeah, with a army of 58 to 0 army from Mad AI. Oh, he's just going out with the boys. It's like, fuck it, into our deaths, let's go.
That's funny. I wonder what triggers that. Like, does he start like mining out off of his base, or like?
No, I think it's just a case of if his proxy pylon goes down, he thinks, fuck it, I'm going to go attack with everything I have. It's just the fact that everything he had was just a bunch of workers. And we see the rest of the boys coming in.
They just run away.
Aww.
None of them do even a single point of damage. They just line up and get shot. Brutal.
Poor guys. Like, just one single point of damage would have done it. But... Okay, so it looks like this one's over. I'll just go fast forward and get to the end. So, GG. Gensibot takes the first win. That's really well played from Gensibot. Like I said, the bunker play there, and just at the end, you can tell when he's going to go for it. He just salvages the bunker and just throws everything at the attack. Which is kind of what you need to do, I guess.
Chat wants to see one trick pony against that defense from Gensi.
should we do a show match for that? Just like go for. I mean, we could do.
That would be fun.
But yeah, I'd have to speak to the bot authors and see if they wanted to do that. Obviously. But yeah, some really interesting play there from GenCbot, certainly. So next up, we have Spinny against Additional Pylons. So let's just load that up now. Actually, yeah, you're right. It's probably, if you look at the ladder replays, see the kind of like win rate that GenCbot has against One Trick Pony. One Trick Pony also did not update for this for the ladder tournament, so you've got the actual ladder version there. GenCbot did, so it might not be exact same version. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, coming in at the top left is Spinny. He's our lone Zergbot in this group. Actually, I think we only have like, is it only 2 Zergbots in the entire tournament? Like Spinny and Kagamine, I think. So, and then at the bottom right, Additional Pylons again.
I think next season we're gonna get tons of Zerg bots after that crazy idea I had yesterday.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Send the queen across and creep everywhere. That's the whole game plan.
That would be so cool. Like just basically all you got to do is just spread creep at every single base location, and they'll just never expand. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so. Yeah, I'm pretty certain there's only 2. There's only 2 Zergbots in the tournament, which is quite low, especially considering like how many Zergbots are dominating on the human tournaments these days. So probably not quite there.
For sure, but like human strategy and bot strategy are slightly different.
Yeah, very different.
Zerg in human tournaments rely a lot on surrounding and Nidus whack-a-mole. At least it did at BlizzCon. So, and multi-prong attacks, positioning are 2 things that are somewhat difficult to program with bots.
Yeah, at the moment. Although I think we saw last season with Perfect Split came in with an amazing strategy, got all the way to the final. His strategy was basically just attacking everywhere at once, and he just split his army up and throw everything at every single location, and he done amazingly well. And like there was one point where I thought he was completely unbeatable, and then someone found a bug in him at the end.
Nice.
But yeah,
what was the bug?
So I think it was something to do with the. With the natural, when he got attacked at the natural and couldn't build the natural, he would just keep going back there, and then yeah, he just kept exploiting that bug, and unfortunately that didn't work out too well for him. But this season, unfortunately, Perfect Split didn't enter into the ladder, but I'd love to have him back for next season. So Chippy, if you're watching, get it in. So Tira is telling me that I keep pronouncing it as Spinny and not Spiny. I don't know, like
Spinny,
Spiny. It's Spinny now, okay? It's.
Your bots were renamed apparently.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
GG, Benny.
Yeah, Spinny. It's all Spinny. So we see like a Zergling coming in here. Lone Zergling, just to have a poke around. Gets taken out.
Zergling was not belong to this world.
He's not meant to be. And now we see the slowest take of the Overlord in history. It's like...
Phoenix isn't going to help either.
No.
And it looks like additional pylons uses the sentry energy for hallucination and not
Yeah.
force field ramp. Hopefully, strategy pays off to turn better this game. than,
Well, it might be that he's saving up for it now. Just
for sure.
didn't originally.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Free scouting with hallucinations is always good.
I mean, he
Looks like
might just go in for a couple of scouts and then pull back and try and use the force fields after that.
oh man, look at the Overlord. Look at its path tank. The Overlord and
Yeah.
it's quite something. And if the Sentry is like completely given up on him.
I mean, just look at the APM on that. It's pretty high. So,
Yeah, it's pretty high. You gotta like actually click on the Overlord. Like there's green everywhere.
And now we see a Zergling attack. I think additional pylons probably has enough to hold this, but let's see how he does. Might just go for a few workers. Oh, and some roaches coming in behind there as well.
The killer surface area from. Now I'm confused. Spiny, spinny, spiny. Yeah.
Spiny, yeah.
Yeah. Killer surface area. I think he could have got a couple of zealots, but chose to back off and play it safe.
Yeah, that's fair enough, to be honest. Like, there's not too much to gain from that. But it does look like he's got 3 expansions now, and also
Sure. He has economic lead and army lead. Well, not necessarily economic lead, but it's about to take off.
Yeah.
With all the workers, with all the bases he has. Since he's drawn up.
Yeah, just needs to get a few more drones out.
More damage there with the army than he did.
I think we see another big army now coming out from Spiny.
It needs Zergling speed.
Yeah. They're going to meet in the middle here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, he's running away. He might lose a Zergling there.
I believe.
He's running back onto creep here. If additional pylons decides to follow onto creep, this could go very badly for him.
I like how he's moving the creep tumors backwards.
But I mean, if he can get all those Zerglings in here, I think he could probably take that army quite easily.
He's also kind of like spreading creep tumors when the enemy's nearby.
Yeah.
Now, he can definitely take this army. He just needs to get that surround. Would be, again, easier with Zergling speed, but it's not strictly required as an upgrade.
So here we go. Let's see if we can get the good surround. It looks like he's getting a reasonably good surround there. But that's some good surface area, and all those zealots are going to go down. And can he get the immortal? If he can get the immortal here, that's going to be a big pick-off. And he's got the surround. It's a full surround.
Recall the immortal.
Not going to happen. Okay, additional pylons is in real trouble now. He's not got much of an army left. And one more stalker's going to go down.
He has a Colossus now. Thermal Lance is on the way. He just needs to buy time until Thermal Lance is complete.
Those Colossus, if that Zergling can get onto them, but the Zealots are going to use the surface area there to block that off.
Colossus are pretty stronger than Zerglings.
Yeah. Unless you can get onto them and get us around, they go down pretty quickly, but again, Zerglings against Colossus, if you can't get to them, are very bad.
Spiny has a changeling pushing the zealot of the additional pylons. Like he's trying to retreat.
That's great.
Like, what the heck is going on
It's
here?
like some kind of moonwalk dance. That's amazing.
They're just fighting each other.
Oh, poor changeling.
Man, I wonder how he's like winning that tug of war. I think they have like the same amount of strength.
Oh,
Got him.
no. That was pretty good though. I like that. So now it's kind of swung back the other way. I think additional pylons has there's quite a nice army to go into that, especially if we've got just roaches and zerglings on the other side. And I think Spiny is doing a lot of scouting with his overlords, but he doesn't seem to be responding very well to that scouting. Like, I don't see.
Yeah, he just needs more tech. It's
Yeah.
probably just a matter of time before he gets what
Yeah.
I mean. I'm trying to think. What do you? You kind of need hive tech to fight the army that additional pylons is building.
Yeah.
Maybe infestors can do it.
Yeah, infestors.
Hydras are not
Hydras
necessarily the best choice against Colossus, I don't think.
I don't know if you get them in range, because Colossus don't have a lot of health. Like, they go down fairly fast. If you actually get onto them, and Hydras probably can, then it can be quite nasty. But it looks like Spiny is going after this base here. The army is coming in, and that's not going to end well for you, Spiny. Ugh. So there's an interesting thing here. Like, if Spiny can just hold on and deny more bases from additional pylons by creeping up at all the bases, then he's going to do okay. But
For sure. It's just a game of attrition, right? Like, and cost effectiveness. Generally, what late games come down to.
yeah,
So, like, he could get all the bases, but additional pylons could just trade really, really well. Yeah.
yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing.
What he's waiting for? Both of them have potential to move across the map.
Yeah. Actually, Spiny has some Hydras at the moment. Also some Roaches, but those Zerglings aren't really going to do a lot for him at the moment.
I'm surprised he's not clearing out creep as he moves. Looks like he only has one overseer, and it's not moving up his arm.
But now we see additional pylons going for the big attack.
Yeah, he kind of needs to clear out this creep as he moves, and also make up his mind where he attacks.
And now we see him moving up to the Zerglings. It looks like the Zerglings are going to provide a decent meat shield to all the Roaches and Hydras in the back.
Yeah,
still
the Colossus needed to focus on the Zerglings. Like, he had the perfect wall and perfect opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
But he chose to focus on the Queen, and then other things like,
the
man.
Colossus is going down, and the other Colossus is going to go down as well. This is huge.
Oh man, that's brutal. You just need to attack move. Like, attack move into the main.
And now it looks like the Immortal's going down, and Spinny could now just march across the map and take and finish it with this army. No problem.
Yeah, if it gets a good engage, I think it's a good shot. But if you look at the supply, additional pylons has a huge army supply still.
Oh yeah. And also a working lead. He's also getting onto these Hydras, and now, oh god, that was all that lead that Spinny done so well to get up. Now he's lost it.
It's funny. Spinny has a lot of bases, but it doesn't have a lot of workers.
Yeah. So he's still on 54, which is not too bad, but he needs to be up somewhere around 80 on all those bases, I would imagine.
For sure. 54 is like the low end of playable. Like, you'd much rather be at like 60 or 80.
Oh, definitely.
Especially with this number of bases. No, it looks like he's trickling in units one at a time.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has the economy or the tech to fight this now.
No, it looks like additional pylons have a big lead.
I really like the mixing in of phoenixes into the army.
Yeah,
to
I like that.
think that is in the air.
But yeah, it does mean that you can pick up the high value units back. Then, if he's got Hydralisks, they are very vulnerable.
For sure. I mean, there's not too many high values or units that phoenixes can pick up.
No.
Queens, basically, that's it. Like, you can do Hydras, which wouldn't be terrible, but...
Yeah, Hydras would work, I think.
It's just there to, like, shoot everything in the air. So I was going to be like, you know, Broodlords would be pretty good against this army, but, like, Phoenixes would just eventually shoot them all down.
Yeah. So now I think additional pylons is well into all the supply, and it's going to just take out everything. Oh, there is this base here with the with the one spine crawler. I don't think that's going to do a lot for him.
I think so either.
So
You got to believe in the broodlings that spawn after building dies.
yeah, we'll see how they do on the space. But I'm very tempted just to hit the fast forward button.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Let's go. So yeah, additional pylons just clearing up, taking the victory here against Spinny or Spiny. So
That's pretty solid play by both bots, though.
yeah, no, it's that was actually a really close game. I thought when Spiny took that fight at his own base, then he had the ability just to actually finish that. But I didn't see the other Colossus coming in, which I think was a big thing in that other fight. I think just the Colossus immediately took out all the front line, and then it was just open season on all the back line, the Hydras and the Roaches there. So anyway,
What did the next game?
yeah, next game up is Mad AI against Strelok. See how this one goes.
Strelok.
Yeah, Strelok's actually a new bot that's been entered this year, done really well.
You kind of have to do pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, he
right
done
now.
pretty well in the ProBots tournament as well, if I remember right. So yeah, quite a nicely programmed bot. So yeah, let me know when you're good to go. Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, up at the top left is our Terran bot, Strelok. As I was saying, new entry onto the ladder this year. Done amazingly well. Finished very high on the ladder. And yeah, we'll see what he's got. And in the bottom right is Mad AI. Another returning bot. Another of these bots that's actually qualified for every single ladder tournament. I think we've got a few of them. I think Micro Machine, Tier, Three-Way Lover, Madbots, Kagamine. I'm probably missing out some other bots, and I'm sorry if that's yours, but
Did Kagamine do all of them?
yes.
I remember Kagamine the first one. But
Yeah,
maybe
because Kagamine finished second in the first tournament. Lost
gotcha.
to Aircy, and I can't remember what his bot name was called. I don't remember what Aircy's bot name in the first tournament was called. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's one.
It's funny, like after casting so many games, they all start to like
Yeah,
merge into a super game.
I don't know. But no,
All the bots that have achieved multiple tournament entries or finals are all like pretty good.
yes, yeah. I think your bot done pretty well in the first few tournaments we had. So,
Mine?
well, back in those days, we didn't have tournaments. We just had ladder seasons, and whoever finished top of the league would win. So it was only in season 6 that we had the first tournament. So this is our third actual tournament. This is our 8th season, but third actual tournament. So Meta is telling us he's going for a two base immortal, which is going to be fun. Might do pretty well against Strelok. I don't know. But yeah. And true to his word, 2 bases, just waiting for the immortals. Although interestingly, no Robo Bay yet.
Yeah, I mean, Ropovays are a bit more expensive now.
Yeah.
Always messes me up when I are they more expensive? No, they're cheaper.
No, so this is being played on 10.4 as well. So
Oh, gotcha.
we're not at 4.11 yet. And yes, my WhatsApp did just go off. I apologize. I will sort that out by closing the window in a second.
I think the Robo patch was a while ago though.
Oh, okay.
I just don't play Protoss very much. Like every time I played it, I remember the Moise Liberty values where Immortals are like 250 and Robo Bay is like also 250.
Yeah, I think we're a long way past that now. Sorry.
Yeah, and then I'm like, why are Immortals so expensive? Oh my goodness! You just want like 10 of them. That's
Yeah.
like an extra 250 minerals.
Oh, so here we have the Zealot clearing up a couple of Marines there.
Didn't quite pass the 2 Marine challenge.
No.
The Blizzard provided custom map, Starcraft Master, as a challenge where you have 2 Marines and you have to fight down 1 Zealot.
Yeah.
It's possible, but difficult.
Pretty difficult though. Yeah.
It's probably the hardest challenge out of all the mini games they offer in there.
Yeah. But there we have it. Strelok can't manage it yet, but hopefully pretty soon.
Oh, we're getting backfield accelerator from Strelok.
Oh, nice.
That's the first time we've seen the upgrade, and honestly, it's I think criminally we've underseen it. Like
Yeah.
it's so good; it just literally doubles the damage output of Cyclones.
Yeah. So it does look like he's going to go for his fun Cyclones. Also, some Hellions coming out. Hellions are not going to be that good against Immortals, I would have thought. But definitely quite fun against Zealots.
Yeah, Hellions are very, very, very good against Zealots.
Yeah.
The Cyclones are kind of questionable against Immortals too. From a bot world, like it's probably fine because you have perfect micro. But as a human player, I really, really struggle microing Cyclones versus Immortals.
Yeah.
Like it's so difficult. Like it's like 3 shots and it's dead.
Yeah, they just need to get into range of you if you can stay out of range. The problem is I don't think the Hellions have a bigger range than the Immortals, so they have to get into range to do some damage, but once they're in range then it's probably all over.
Yeah, I mean they have the added benefit that they're a light units. So Immortals only do what 20 damage a shot against them, and Hellions start with I think 100 health.
Yeah, so it takes a few shots.
But it's like Hellions just do no damage against them.
Yeah.
So even though it takes a while to like kill the Hellion, like it does like 0 damage.
So we see the attack coming in from Mad AI here. Looks like the Cyclones are stuck at the back. They need to get up the front and start doing some damage, which it looks like they might just about be able to do. It's going to lose a couple of Cyclones.
Like, lock-ons only help if you actually, like lock on.
Yeah. Mad AI.
We're seeing backfield accelerator put in some work.
Yeah.
Double damage against his Immortals.
It looks like Mad AI has done a lot of damage to a lot of the Cyclones, but hasn't really managed to finish any of them off, which is kind of not a good thing for him. And I think Madbot again now is going to have the problem that it's just going to filter in units one at a time, and that's not really going to do it for him.
I like how it just locks on with like 3 Cyclones. It's like, yeah. Okay.
Ow! It looked like that Immortal was in quite a lot of pain right there.
Yeah, just saying you have to lock on to Immortals, and you take 1 shot from the Immortal to do it. I think if you hit the lock-on button, hold Shift, and then right-click, like lock on, click the Immortal, hold Shift, and then move, rally away, you don't actually take the hit from the Immortal.
I'm actually really impressed by Strelok's micro here. Like,
That's
even
really
in his own
good.
base, even in his own base, where a lot of bots fall down, is they'll try and micro away from you, but as soon as they hit a wall, then there's a problem there and they can't go anywhere, so they'll just go up against the wall. Strelok looks like he's kind of solved that in a way. Like, around his base, he was microing kind of like all around the edges and everything. So
Yeah, that was really impressive.
kind of
Never
good, yeah.
really let a Cyclones get cornered.
But yeah,
Okay, that was a bit excessive.
yeah.
4 lock-ons to kill a single stalker.
Oh. So he's got one down. And Zealots are pretty good against Cyclones, but they're a lot better if they have charge. And it doesn't look like they have charge, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's also decent against Cyclones, but
Yeah.
you have to get them in a corner. Like,
Yeah.
otherwise, you just won't ever take damage from them. Like, there's also won't ever be able to deal damage to the Cyclones.
Yeah. So it looks like this attack is being repelled briefly, but it's definitely not cost effective for Mad AI here.
For sure. I mean, he's repelling him, but at what cost?
Yeah. And he's still on 2 bases, so you gotta think he's gonna be pretty low on minerals after all this.
And meanwhile, Strelok's making 3 Cyclones at a time.
Yeah.
Pretty savage. And he's getting +3 vehicle armor. So, I mean, I'm sure it doesn't help too much against Immortals, but like against most other units, like you're gonna survive quite a bit longer.
So he needs to get a couple of shield batteries at the top of this ramp and try and hold it there, I think would be his best option. But I don't think if he has it in him to build those shield batteries, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's probably his best option, but
Yeah.
it's so many Cyclones. Like, get enough Cyclones, like shield batteries can only heal so fast, but Cyclones will.
There's a fair amount of DPS coming out right there. Oh, and the
Yeah.
boys are coming.
He just needs to keep the high ground with the Immortal, so that way he can't get locked on, but he can like shoot the Cyclones as they come up.
And I give it one thing from Mad AI, his probes are doing a lot more damage than they did last game.
That's for
Just
sure.
so happens that they're all dead. Oh, these poor things.
They tried.
Hellions into probes, guys. That's not a good. That's not a good ending right there. So yeah,
I think we could speed this one up.
yeah. Should we speed it up? So yeah, again, Mad AI has some really good ideas. It's just as soon as his first attack fails, he'll just tend to send the units in one at a time, which is if he, I get the feeling that if he like pulled back and then got another bunch of units, send that up for an attack, then that would be a lot more successful for him. But it doesn't look like that's what he's doing. So maybe that could be an improvement for next time.
Those Cyclones did some serious work.
Yeah, Strelick is a very scary bot. Like he's sort of like, as I said, one of the new bots on the ladder. But his micro is amazing. Like he's got a good tactic, and like he also has several different builds. We haven't seen them yet, and hopefully might see them
Oh, does
tonight.
it really?
But yeah, there are several different builds he's got. So
Wow, I don't know why you do anything other than those Cyclones, man. That's so good.
yeah, so
It's just like after watching Micro Machine yesterday, I was thinking to myself, you know what would be really good on the ladder? A Cyclone bot. And we're watching it build Cyclones and just totally wrecking.
so you gave him the idea and then sent it back in time to.
Ah, yeah, I gave him
yeah, yeah. So all your
but I
idea.
will take credit.
Yeah, as would I. It's fine. But yeah, so next up is Tier against Spiny. Or, well, are we calling him Spiny? I think we have to call him Spiny. Okay.
I'll come Spinny, you can spot him Spiny. Or wait, no.
No, that
That's
doesn't work.
backwards. Okay, Spiny.
Cool.
Spiny it is.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm ready, but very confused what to call our bot.
So, in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our returning bot Tier. And up in the top left, we have our Zerg. The only Zerg in this group. New bot. Spiny! Let's call him Spiny.
Spiny.
I mean, at least he's got a spine.
Yeah, you can remember Spiny based on the Zerg logo because it has lots of spines. And
Yeah.
it's not spinny at all.
it definitely is spinny. It spins round.
Yeah, just remember the Zerg logo. Every time you see that, think spiny, you know, not spinny.
Yeah. Spiny. No, I don't know. It's like a kind of like concentric circle thing. But yeah. So let's see what tier is going for. I think Tier might be going for his Zealot Rush again.
It's a strong build.
It is very strong, like especially against Zerg, because like a lot of times early unit Zerg have is oh wait no there's a cyber core coming out, so it's not the same build, and he's walling himself in completely. So this is definitely not the same build as he had earlier. And he's going for double gas. So I think we can safely say, given the fact that there's a forge there, we can definitely safely say this is not his Zealot Rush.
Yeah, I'm expecting either cannons or carriers.
I mean, he's walled himself in completely, so he's not taking the expansion. So this is going to be
One base Tempest?
one base Tempest or carriers. It's the only thing I can think of.
Chat saying it looks like his Dark Templar Void Ray build.
It's possible.
I'm very confused by that. Like, you can't really do one base with Dark Templars and Void Rays. That's so much gas.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's certainly not one base carriers, because one base carriers is very, very difficult to pull off. Like,
it's not a thing. Like, you'll have as many carriers if you do two bases as if you do one base. It's not like you get more carriers.
But there is a fleet beacon, so it's not just the Void Rays.
I mean, Void Rays have the upgrade on the fleet beacon now, right? Thermal veins or flux veins, I think.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
It still could be Void Rays.
Yeah.
Or wait, no. Are we on that patch?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. We got flux veins.
So this is a interesting, very interesting build.
I think he's waiting for something. Like, I don't think he did have started a Void Ray by now.
Yeah.
I think it's a carrier rush. I'm telling you.
Well, Spiny has all the information he needs. Or does he? He hasn't seen the fleet beacon yet.
Okay. Well, he absolutely sees everything he needs now.
Yeah.
Sees the fleet beacon.
And another Stargate coming out. And first Tempest is on the way.
Second Stargate's on the way too.
Yeah. This is... Against a human, I would say this is a very questionable build, but like certainly against bot play, Tempests are very good because you can micro them extremely well, and they're very difficult to get on top of.
Rushing to Tempest isn't even that bad against humans. You just got to proxy it. And when you proxy it, you have to build an oracle while the fleet beacon is building in order to defend the pylon against Zerglings.
Yeah.
But it's not a terrible build.
I mean, it's something that I've used before on ladder, but it's just something that I normally do like on at least two bases, or at least try to get there, because you find it very difficult to keep up the economy to really produce enough Tempests at that point.
For sure. I've always one-based it. And getting weapon upgrades isn't a terrible idea either.
No.
Because, like, +1 or +2, you start, like, one-shotting workers. which is very handy. Against Terran, also one-shots Marines.
Yeah. So the Queen don't care, she's going to spread the creep. And if there's one thing that Tempests are really terrible against, it's Zerglings. Oof.
Yeah, for sure.
That Zergling attack might do some serious damage.
I mean, we have a cannon, and more cannons in the main. Like,
Yeah.
Break through, that's a lot of cannons and shield batteries it still has to take care of.
Yeah, that wall there is going to be pretty effective.
The Tempests keep getting distracted by the Zerglings, though, which may cause problems. Like,
but we do have this expansion up here being taken out.
you'd have to get to a lot of Tempests to get to like a critical mass of Tempests that can deal with Zerglings.
Yeah.
That'd be so many Tempests.
And not on one base, I probably think. But this Cyber Core is going down, and also the gateway is going down very quickly. There it goes. So Zerglings
He needs
can
to
now
not
get
pull
in.
the probes! No! That's the one thing he needs to not do!
Oh, so he finally got through everything, and then he backed off. But he's actually leaving that gateway there on like very low health. So I'm going to call this a very good play from Spiny, because that way he can come in with a mass more of Zerglings and take out that gateway pretty fast.
Yeah, that's actually kind of clever. I mean, you can always just like kill your own gateway and rebuild, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't put like humans to do that, let alone bots.
He's going for it. That gateway is just on 8 health.
I think if you get weapons upgrades, you also deal better with Hydras as well.
Yeah.
I think it's 2-shot instead of 3-shot, but I forget. It's been a while since I've done the build. His own changelings are blocking the gateway for the. I mean, that goes, but
He's coming in now. He's going to get on top of that cannon, but there's a lot of cannons and shield batteries in there.
like, I'm honestly not worried about the Zerglings at all. I am worried about all this lost mining time. Like, that's so much lost mining time. In order to like pull through and win this game, he just has to keep building Tempest, and he's not going to be able to afford that if he keeps pulling probes.
But what I'd like to see here from Spiny is some form of defense. He's got a couple of Hydras there, but
Yeah, literally a couple, just 2 so far.
you know, getting a few spores up would actually be good. But the Tempest take out spores pretty quickly as well.
And Tempest can outrange the spores as well.
Yeah.
I think Tyr might actually pull through this.
But yeah, that Queen is not going to be able to do much, unfortunately.
He's hit the critical mass of Tempest to deal with Zerglings. He has 7 built so far. That's actually pretty good.
Although all these Zerglings... The problem is Spidey's just not committing to an attack, and he's getting his base destroyed.
For sure. Like, he just needs to go across the map and keep attacking relentlessly.
Because as much as there is in that base, when you've only got a 1 base economy, you will eventually go down. And there's no more... The Hydra list then is down, so there's no more Hydras coming out for Spiny. So this doesn't look good for him.
Yeah, 8 Tempest is probably where you can start dealing with Zerglings. I guess if you're 50 Zerglings, it's like 5 rallies of all the Tempest to like clear them all?
Yeah.
Maybe 6?
Yeah, it does look like this is... So, what I'd like to see with Spiny is trying to build at the other bases. Like, trying to get a Hydra list down at one of your other bases where the Tempests aren't, and then throw out a few Hydras. But even that, I think, with that many Tempests at the moment, you're going to be having problems. But let's just have a look at the APM. We're up over 100,000 on Spiny, and like...
He's trying.
Wait, when did you get that other Hydra there? Oh,
He keeps focusing on the same unit with all the Tempests. So, like, and the side effect of that is after the unit dies, all the other Tempest shots don't do anything. So
Yeah.
it's well to kill all the Zerglings. You'd have better luck hitting attack move and have it automatically detect the shoot.
So Spiny had the right idea at the start, just throwing Zerglings against this attack, but it just didn't come soon enough, I think. And it wasn't aggressive enough.
Yeah,
But
attack more, expand more,
yeah,
bit. But it looks like in the end, Mass Tempest have taken the bit.
right, okay. I think I'm going to call this now.
Okay.
Start fast forwarding.
Yep.
So yeah, Tia takes another victory. GG. But yeah, it's an interesting tactic, the one-base Tempest. It's certainly not something I would expect to be that powerful, but it looks like it is, especially against Zerg.
It's a surprisingly strong strategy.
Yeah.
Again, it's way more powerful if you proxy it. Like, there's very few one-base builds you don't want to proxy, but...
Oh, sure. But then I think the problem with Tia was he walled off his base too early, so he couldn't get the probe out to go and build it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, air-based strategies against Zerg are especially powerful because Zerg doesn't have a lot of anti-air options until layer.
No.
So, once you get, like, the Tempest out, like, what are they going to do to shoot him? Like, Queens, maybe? Like,
You're basically the Queens, or you need to just tech up to Hydras, and that's about it. But
Queens get outranged pretty severely by Tempest. And as you get the weapon upgrades on the Tempest, which Tyr did in that game, but as you get weapon upgrades, Queens do less and less,
yeah,
or less and less effective because like they just get like shot down so fast.
oh, absolutely, yeah. But yeah, that was good. So next up, we have Strelok up against Gensybot, our two Terran bots in this group, fighting it out for who is Group B King of Terran. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I am ready.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, up in the top left, our blue Terran, it is Strelok. And in the bottom right, we have Gensybot. As I was saying earlier, Gensybot finished second on the ladder, so got seeded directly into Group B as the top seed from this group. Strelok was one of the lower entries, but definitely, as we saw earlier, has really great micro and has already got himself a win tonight, so we're pretty pleased with that.
I'm really excited for this game. I'm hoping to see some mega aggression against the best defense we've seen. Cyclones. I want to see the Cyclones against the bunker. You know.
Although, look what's coming out from Strelok. We have a proxy. We have a proxy, guys. And it looks like Gensy might see this, does he?
Does not quite see it.
No, he doesn't quite see it. Goes straight through. But he does see the SCV coming out over here to make the second one.
Yeah, so two barracks can be a few things. Proxy Marauders is definitely my favorite to do, but it could still be Proxy Reapers with a expansion follow-up.
Yeah.
Or like Proxy Marines, like if it's gonna be Proxy Marines, it needs to build another bunker like right now, or barracks right now.
Yeah. So the thing I would say is Gensybot is now seeing everything in Strelok's base and doesn't see any production. Is he going to work this out from that there is a proxy somewhere on the map? He doesn't seem to be scouting anywhere else. So, but yeah, it looks like Reapers.
Yeah, Reapers are an interesting choice on this map.
Yeah,
Thankfully, this time, so on this map, you could just completely deny Reapers from getting in just by building placement. It's funny that they even have like an option for Reapers to get in because of how easy it is to deny.
yeah. I mean,
But
you could do it up on this high ground just about there, I think. And there's obviously a path up around on the lower end of the base.
for sure, I mean, there are ways in, but they're just a bit harder.
Yeah. And it looks like there's a couple of Reapers coming out from Gensi, so might be able to hold this. And there is a
With the-
bunker on the high ground.
I think Gensi has a decent shot.
Yeah. It's got a decent hold here.
Man, he has the perfect Reaper placement right there.
But as you were
Gensi
saying
put the
earlier,
Reaper in the bunker to get the extra range.
yeah. I mean, as you were saying earlier though, there is a lot of lost mining time around here. And he's still on just a single base. And it doesn't look like this Reaper is just doing the old fitness drills. Jump up, jump down. Oh, but there is a couple of Reapers in the back here. Oh, they're away from the bunker and they're taking out all of those workers.
Yeah, I think Strelick may have pulled through.
Wow, this does not look good for Gensi. He needs to get something down there to try and take out these Reapers.
Gensi just needs to take all his units out of the bunker and attack.
Yeah, there's still four Marines in there.
Like, he has enough to fight. He just needs to take. He just needs to do it.
Yeah. And now he's coming out with a couple of Marines, so... I mean, workers killed, still 13 workers down from Gensi, so that's quite a lot.
Yeah, he's doing some pretty critical damage right now.
Yeah.
Looks like he's managed to hold now that the tank's up, but again, at what cost?
Yeah. So he has lost still 13 workers. And there's a couple more Reapers that are coming in. Well, so there is a Reaper path at the back here. I haven't seen that one. Just by all the cafes and everything down here.
Yeah, as the Reaper path, it's a little easier to block. But it looks like the tank is pulled through.
Yeah.
Strelick's doubling down on Reaper production, though. Let's just say it's an interesting strategy, and let's see how it works out for him.
Yeah, he is getting the expansion up now, which is good. Gensi is not actually building any expansions at the moment. He's still quite far behind, though, in terms of workers. So,
For sure. Strelick has a massive lead, but he needs to transition.
yeah. So we've got all these Reapers coming in at the top here. I don't think that's really going to do it for him.
Especially if he keeps jumping up and down and like into tank with all his.
Yeah, so those workers are just going to repair the tanks. But there's only one worker actually mining anything at the moment.
Yeah, so
I mean,
maybe this game, like I was saying against, I think Bad Bots, what was it?
Yeah. Yeah,
If you damage the defensive unit even once, it pulls so many workers. And even though Strelick's only doing like one damage at a time to the tank, he pulls everything to repair.
yeah. So he's got mules down there, which is going to help him out a bit, but it's still not as good as having a full worker line there. So yeah, he's still got his Marines coming down, trying to take out those Reapers. I'll just check. There's only so there's up to 5 Reapers now for Strelick.
Yeah, Jitsybot keeps like creeping his tank forward.
Yeah.
I really like the repositioning logic.
But I don't think there's any easy way for Strelick to break through this with just Reapers. He needs to
He can't with just Reapers, he needs to transition.
but all he's building is Reapers. There's 7 in
He even got
production.
weapon upgrades for his Reapers. Actually, to be fair, he could with just Reapers. He's on twice the economy. Like, he just needs to pool all his Reapers and move in with like 60.
I mean, that's a lot of Reapers, but yeah, I mean, his economy now is outpacing Gensi by almost double. He has almost double worker lead. But that tank is just going to do some serious work.
24 Reapers have died this game. I know, it's brutal.
Those poor Reapers.
It's almost a good thing that Gensei Bot didn't wall off the little ledge right there.
Yeah.
Just keep jumping in.
I'm wondering if those cafes down there are doing any business. Like,
I mean, it's probably pretty hard to get to it. Like, it's just like Reapers, I think.
yeah. I mean, like, would the Reapers stop off at the cafe on the way to the base? Really? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's quite
don't
fun.
know either.
Yeah. Maybe one to ask them if they stop dying.
I mean, maybe that's all they want. All they want is food, and then this tank like just kills them. Like I can't imagine any cafe has good reviews
Yeah.
on Yelp. If they just kill all their customers with a tank.
Came here, died. GG.
1 out of 10.
Oh. But the Reapers aren't really doing any damage. They get a little bit of health off on the Marines occasionally. So unless he builds up a critical mass, and he's got up to 3 bases.
Just wondering if Jesse's gonna run out of minerals before
I mean, he's trying.
mission
He's
though.
trying to move his command center over there. It's moving out now. This could be a critical moment. If he can get that command center up and producing units, then that's going to be one way for him to be able to win this game.
Yeah, I don't think like Strelick just absolutely needs to stop making Reapers. Or pull them up before he moves in, like one of the two.
Yeah, I mean, if he pulled them up, all the Reapers that he's used this game, like 52 units killed from Gensei.
Yeah, imagine if he attacked right now with 50 Reapers.
Yeah. I mean, that would be absolutely devastating.
Yeah, the grenades alone are doing pretty good damage against the Marines.
Yeah. I mean, they're quite low on health. But again, it's the same problems we saw with Mad AI, I think. Just trickling the units in one at a time. I mean, that's a few Marines that were taken out there.
And he needs to attack the other base. He just needs to keep denying expansions. Like, if he wants this to work, he has to kind of transition a bit.
Oh, but now we're seeing a bunch more Reapers coming in. I think we've got... That's the sort of number that could be problematic, but no, they're getting taken down.
Unless, I mean, it is the number that'll, like, start doing some work, but unless he, like, deals with the tank, like, he has not... Doesn't have too many options.
I mean, he's just not taking up at all, it looks like. And Gensei now has a 3rd base.
Well, we gotta... I mean, so, one thing to remember and keep in mind, Strelick's making 10 Reapers at a time, and he's not stopping macroing. Like, he's macroing up faster than Gensei Bot is.
Sure, but still...
I think
unless
he might be around.
Unless those Reapers are going to do some serious damage, then like they're just going to get taken out.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
But 11 Reapers at a time is a serious number. And that's going to just keep growing.
Yeah.
You gotta look at the worker counts. 23 workers for Gensei Bot to the 90 of Strelick.
Yeah, that's a huge lead there for Strelick. But as I say, unless he techs up, unless he gets something that can deal with that tank, then he's going to be in some problems.
What's going to happen is he's naturally going to deal with the tank because he's attacking it from multiple sides.
Oh yeah. And he's getting on top of it now as well.
I think he's going to pull through.
Wow.
Holy...
Oh god.
What the actual Jiminy Christmas? The tank's going to go down.
Oh no, no! You can swear on this channel, by the way.
What on earth?
Jiminy, whatever. It's not like, oh, but there goes the tank.
3 health left on
Oh.
the tank.
Oh, this could be very bad for Jensi. Like, oh,
Wow, I'm impressed.
yeah, this is. I didn't think he could do it, not with just Reapers, but it looks like he might be able to pull through on this one.
His economy's just gotten too big.
Yeah,
As long as Jesse doesn't, like, you know, lift his buildings.
he just needs a flying unit, a single flying unit would do it.
Like a Banshee or a Medevac.
Yeah, but not even medevac one. Banshee, Raven, Battle
Jesse
Cruiser.
really needed a Medevac to heal up all
Yeah.
his marine.
Yeah,
At this point it's
definitely.
too late, but...
But he's not making anything off that. I think that's probably because he doesn't have the minerals. And I think you're going to see Strelok just come in and take everything out. So,
We should submit this game to Bronze League Heroes.
oh, absolutely.
See if anybody notices the 66,000 APM.
Oh, but you know what Reapers can't deal with? It's exactly what you said earlier. That flying factory. Oh no! He just needs something that can attack air. Anything, one marine. But it looks like that flying factory is just going to be...
It's gonna cause a draw.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to speed this up a bit and let's see what happens. Oh, we're up to... and unfortunately, we're going to be sitting here dealing with this for a while, I feel.
Wow. Oh yeah,
So-
this game totally should go to Bronze League. It's so silly.
Oh, absolutely. You're just going to be sitting here. Right. I'm not going to sit here for 45 minutes waiting for him to do that. I can tell you that this game ended in a draw. So that is counted as a draw between them. So I think Merfolk were saying that it shouldn't be counted as a draw. My opinion on it is if you can't finish your opponent, you don't deserve the win. As good as that tactic was, and as much as I love Strelok's tactic, like if you can't get around that and if you can't finish off an opponent, then that deserves to be a draw, I think.
I mean, it's a draw. It shouldn't be a draw. And Strelick absolutely deserves that win for the amazing comeback, but...
Yes, absolutely. So I think we've reached the end of the games we were due to stream. We've probably reached the end a bit earlier than I expected. So I'm going to go into a couple more games if you fancy that.
Okay, sure.
I want to put on, let's put on Mad AI against Tia, shall we? I will send that to you in a second.
Man, it's so brutal.
Oh, I know. Like I say, so let me know when you've got that loaded up. But yeah, that's what happens. Unfortunately, all he needed was a single marine, and it would have been fine. But yeah, it was just one of those things. Although all the bots will have a chance to update between now and the second round robin, which is going to take place next week. So Armageddon, who made Strelok, will have the opportunity to update and put in a couple of marines just for that exact situation. Are you ready to go on that?
Yep.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so up in the top left we have Tia, so Protoss, and bottom right is Mad AI. So Mad AI down 0 for 2 at the moment. Maybe you can pull out a win here. Sure he's looking for that. Tier, I think, 1 for 1, is it? Yeah. On the games so far tonight. So let's see. So we've seen a couple of different tactics from Tier. I don't know how many exactly he has. I know Mad AI has a bunch of tactics that he uses a lot of machine learning on, which is something that not a lot of other bots do.
Yeah. Bad respect to everyone who does machine learning for their bots.
Yeah, I think you were talking about doing something similar, weren't you? Or...
I'm trying.
It's
Well,
very
I'm-
difficult.
yeah, no, it really is. Like, just like you'd think learning basic micro would be somewhat easy. Like, oh, Reaper should just be circlings, right? Like, Reapers just will kite all day.
Yeah.
But it turns out machine learning algorithms are like, oh, I get all the points for attack moving and killing things? Okay, and it just attack moves every time and never learns to kite.
Yeah.
Because it just like realizes, oh, attack move is the way to go.
But yeah, I think we'll sort of like get there pretty soon. It's a great way of testing AI algorithms. So it looks like Tyr is building up a few gateways here. So this might be the Zealot all in again. Looks like. So Mad AI is going in for rush defend into DTs, which might be good against this.
Rush defend entity. What's a rush defend?
I guess he's trying to defend the rush, get some DTs, and kill everything. Up against a Zealot rush. Well, I was about to say.
Oh,
Zealot.
you're defending the rush. I thought it was like a single strategy. Like, oh, I will both rush and I will turtle.
Yeah.
Like, not quite how that works.
Oh, well, maybe that's a tactic you can program into your bot.
I mean, it's certainly possible, but like, just from a strategic point of view, like, you do better committing entirely to defense or entirely to attack.
Yeah.
I mean, but the bot world's different, you know. Like, maybe it's like if you have a bot, like you'll do better by one base Tempest with cannons behind. You know, that's both a rush and a turtle.
Yeah, so we have the attack coming in here from Tyr. It looks like there is going to be a cannon up. That's going to help a lot, but Tyr can just run past this cannon. If Tyr can get into the worker line, and the workers are coming out. So there's going to be a bunch of workers taken down here, but there's a Zealot out as well. And it looks like this is going to get cleaned up. There's a couple more Zealots coming in. That cannon is pretty badly placed because it's just too far back to deal with that, I think. It's getting some damage off now.
It's a little far, but still
Yeah.
close.
So, amazingly, Mad AI does still have a worker lead, even though a bunch of his workers were taken out. So 14 workers killed from Tyr.
Wow, that's absurd. I didn't realize he killed that many.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a normal amount of workers from both sides.
And the thing about this is, if Tyr could just run straight past this, get into the base and take out the worker line, that'd probably do him a lot better.
That's true.
Doesn't...
I mean, there's a lot to run past. There's a cannon in the mineral line, and there's two stalkers.
Yeah, at the moment, but I mean, he had a point there where he could have done that quite easily, I think. And now Mad AI is watching Tyr make his own mistake, if you like, of just funneling in the workers, the units one by one. I don't think this is going to work out very well for him, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think the Cape boy is going to come and win the day.
Oh, And look what we have. My friends, this is what's called a Dark Templar.
I wonder why they're not called Blue Templar.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't really be either of them. They shouldn't really be dark or blue, they're just invisible. They shouldn't really be called Invisible Templars.
Yeah, Invisible Templar. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
I mean, so can like, how does that even work lore-wise? Like, you're having like a Templar council meeting with other Templar, and you're like, "Oh, Steve's not here today." I'm here. Did anybody see me? No.
So it's like just taking a roll call of Dark Templars. Like, how would they know when you're like in the in the university sort of like college course to become Dark Templar? You know, I guess they realise that they've actually graduated to Dark Templar when they're not there anymore. Or at least you can't see them.
Yeah, could like Dark Templar even like see each other? You know, like where do they live? How do they function?
I don't know. Like, they probably just run around giving each other high fives or something, and like cutting their hands off by mistake. But I think the problem here is that the Dark Templar are just concentrating on killing the zealots that are funneling in one by one. Both bots are still only on one base. Oh, I entirely missed that, but it looks like one Dark Templar has gone across the map, taken out the entire worker line for Tyr. And
And he's working on the Nexus now.
yeah,
All the units he has left is all the units he has left. He has no money and no ability to make more.
and these ones are just going to go down quite easily.
Oh, Dark Templar.
Oh, GG. Who hasn't been there, right? So yeah,
GG.
I'm gonna fast forward this because there is nothing left for Tyr. So yeah, I think Tyr actually GG'd at that point, which was probably the best thing to do for him.
Yeah, I think all his units died and he couldn't build anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. So
That's a good time to GG.
I think there's probably time for us to do one more if you're up for it.
I could do one more.
Okay. Which ones do we want?
I don't know.
Let's go for additional pylons against Strelok. I will send you the replay. So let's get that one loaded up.
Come on, Cyclones.
Yeah, more Cyclones.
Cyclones!
Cyclones would have been great in the last game against Gensi, but I don't know if he would have got into that position on that one. So yeah, we'll have to see.
Cyclones!
Cyclones.
That's all I want in life right now, if you can't tell.
All right, let me know when you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so up in the top left, returning Protoss bots, additional pylons. And down in the bottom right, Strelok, maybe Cyclones, maybe Reapers. Let's see. So it'd be interesting to see, like, I think against the Cyclones, additional pylon strategy of the that you used against Spinny was probably be quite vulnerable, I would imagine. But let's see how it turns out.
There it is. Cool. I was going to say, looks like Strelok's taking an unusual path across the map. I wonder if he's going to proxy, but it looks like he's just moving.
No, I think that's just a scout. And we see
3,000 APM depot micro right now.
oh, that's quite a lot. Up to 5,000 APM.
Strelok's getting like his SUV to move along like a perfect circle, but really fast. It's actually really impressive.
That's pretty nice. Oh, I couldn't quite make the perfect circle because the gateway was in the way. Oh,
Which probably gave yeah, that probe time to catch up.
yeah.
Just, I mean, as long as you move in a perfect circle, I don't think they can ever catch you.
No.
As long as you've right clicked onto them. If you make cuts across a perfect circle and draw a smaller perfect circle around the bigger perfect circle, you can catch up.
Yep. Circular dynamics. Let's teach the trigonometry course. Oh. But yeah. So all we see at the moment is just a couple of workers chasing a couple of workers. A couple of Marines coming out now from Strelok, so it doesn't look like he's going with his Reaper strategy. Certainly not this time.
But he has a factory on the way.
Mm.
I believe.
Cyclones.
That or could do what I do on ladder and just do mass Thor every game.
Mm.
Thor's not super good against Protoss, but they're decent.
I don't know. Depends what the Protoss is going for, I guess. If you're dealing with an air Protoss, then Thors are just nasty.
Yeah, that's true. The thing that drives me nuts against Thors versus Protoss, though, is they will focus too much on interceptors unless you micro them.
Yeah.
And the Thor micro versus carriers is just really annoying to do.
So we've got a couple of Marines running around just on exercise drills, I guess. I think they're probably just trying to scout if additional pylons has any extra expansions. We see the being clicked there. And we see the Marine coming in here for the lone Marine attack. We'll get absolutely nothing, poor guy. And the second Marine comes in here, probably get the same. So some Hellions out already, so I think we probably will get our Cyclone. Or Cyclones.
2 tech labs is probably the giveaway here. He needs a lot more gas, though. He needs to transfer workers into... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Transfer those workers into gas. Also, just do this... We might have brought this up already, but it's doing this weird long-distance mining thing.
Yeah. I think it's just because, like, he's saturated one base. But he hasn't, though, so that's weird. So he's saturated one base and trying to long-distance mine with the other, but as soon as that command center comes up, then I think we should be all good.
Yeah, he'd probably be better off not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think it's too much. But yeah, it's certainly something that's not exactly optimal, I would say. So additional pylons I just saw scout with a hallucinated phoenix. So he probably knows what's coming. So we've got another cyclone in the production. So I think we're in a stage of the game where both bots are pretty happy just to tech up, build their army, and not really interact with each other as much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fine and dandy for the Terran player.
Yeah.
Can't do much until Backfield Accelerator is finished anyway, so.
Yeah. Although we do see a Hellion taking a little go at this. Hellions aren't the fastest at taking down buildings.
They'll do it eventually. Unless they're flying.
And that will go down, poor thing.
Ship Palace is a lot of unspent minerals.
Yeah.
What everybody's saving up for it.
Well,
And he just immediately spends it all.
yeah. He's trying to get some Tempests, I believe. which aren't necessarily going to be that good against cyclones. Although Tempest can outrange the cyclones, but if the cyclones lock on, you're pretty much going to say goodbye to your Tempest.
Cyclones are really good against Tempest if you micro
Yeah.
correctly. I remember Micro Machine had a difficult time dealing with them.
Yeah.
But
so
bye, Stalkers.
We come in. Oh, Stalkers are going down.
One Cyclone went down.
Yeah. So it looks like that army is going to get cleaned up pretty easily, I would imagine. That Colossus is not going to last long against the Cyclones, unfortunately.
No, it is not.
And now it just looks like the Tempest, and we'll see if Strelok can get the lock-ons. He's got a couple of lock-ons.
There's a dead spot where he is there though.
No.
Like I think you can hide on the high ground right there, but I guess you can't.
Yeah, you can't easily do that, unfortunately. So Additional Pylon still has quite a lead in terms of workers on Strelok, and has 3 bases up and mining. So he can probably take that loss and still be able to have a bigger army.
Yeah, once again, it'd probably be more effective if he saturated his existing bases before he started long distance mining.
Yeah.
Just have either base saturated right now.
Yeah, I just noticed that. And no workers on. Oh, he's just transferred some workers to gas in his main.
He's definitely trying to deny that 4th base. He has all the Cyclones camping right there.
Yeah. I think if Additional Pylons went in for the attack, he probably would be able to take that.
This? Maybe.
Yeah.
Cyclones are really good because you can fight without ever having to take damage.
Yeah, and as we saw before, the micro from Strelok is pretty good on those Cyclones.
Yeah, if you micro your Cyclones individually perfectly, they're really big.
And here we see that's exactly what Strelok's doing. Very impressive. Just to back off there, he knows exactly when to go back.
Mothership on the way though. Can Cyclones deal with what they can't see? That is the question.
Well, no, they can't. Nothing can deal with something it can't see.
That's true. Scanned micro it needs to win today.
Oh no, actually I lie. There is something that can deal with something it can't see, and that's a nuclear bomb. But I don't think Strelok has that in his arsenal.
Yes, Cyclones!
Yeah. So, as we see, the Cyclones are all cleaned up, and now Additional Pylons has a pretty big lead.
Indeed.
Well, I have to say Strelok has closed the worker gap quite significantly. I still love the way that Strelok decides to raise those supply depots at that point.
So many Cyclones.
Yeah, but I think these Immortals can deal with them.
You think that could deal with Cyclones?
In enough numbers, yeah. If they can get a hit.
Cyclones are just so good.
I can tell you're a fan.
I mean, the thing is, with perfect, it's like Ghost Snipes.
Yeah.
You just take things out, and if you micro Cyclones perfectly, you just don't lose them.
Oh. They are doing a fair bit of damage, but I don't think they've quite got the numbers here. You see the 3rd base from Strelok is being taken out, and he's getting a lot of worker kills right there as well. Down to just 27 workers now for Strelok.
Yeah, that's probably a good time to saturate your existing bases.
Yeah. And then it's just down to 19. Wow. He's just sending his workers out one by one here.
Yeah, please don't do that. No. No.
Oh. It looks so promising for that Cyclone scrap.
It did, but you can't shoot things you can't see, so...
No. Oh, and it looks like his natural is going to go down.
I have big hopes for Sherlock in this Cyclone strat, but I don't think that this game is his game.
No. I think it's certainly not the end of his tournament. He's still got a lot of potential to go far. So, anyway, I might just speed this up and get to the end. So there are 7 more games to go, which I'll probably go over very, very quickly.
Might need to go soon, but...
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm probably just going to show those other ones on full speed, but you're welcome to head off if you don't want to hang around for that.
Should probably get going.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and same time next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Cheers, man. Catch you later.
Later.
Okay, so I will go. I just need to sort out which ones we've done quickly. So, Plans against Trolloc and Tia versus Mad AI. So I'm probably not going to show the rest of the game. Sorry, guys. Just don't have time tonight. I can give you the results though. So let me just get up the results screen. So additional pylons against Strelok, as we've just seen, was a win for additional pylons. Spinny against Strelok was a win for Strelok. Spinny against additional pylons took the victory in that game. Mad AI against Strelok, as we saw on stream, Strelok won. Mad AI against additional pylons was a win for Mad AI. Mad AI against Spinny was a win for Spinny on that one. Tier against Strelok, Strelok won that one. Tier against additional pylons was a victory for Tier. Tier versus Spinny, again a victory for Spear, for Tier. So Tier versus Mad AI, as we saw on stream, Mad AI came out the victor in that one. Gensybot against Strelok was our draw that we saw. Gensybot against additional pylons was a win for Gensybot, and Gensybot also won against Spinny, Mad AI, and Tia, which leaves him on 4 wins at the top of the group. Just let me get that up. I will update the site in 1 second. Sorry, just give me 1 sec to update everything. So if we get the, I've just updated the website with the results, and, or have I? Wait 1 second. Okay, that hasn't worked. I will sort that out in a moment, but so there we have the results showing up. Gensybot is top at the moment with 4 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. Strelok is in second place with 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Mad AI, Tier, and additional pylons all have 2 wins and 3 losses. And Spinny is at the bottom of the group with 1 win and 4 defeats. So still all to play for. Bots will have this week to update their bot. The the deadline for updates is going to be next Friday at midnight. So you've got an entire week to update based on everything you've seen. I'm going to put the replays online for you guys. That should be up within the next hour. I'd like to say to all the bots, GG, well played. There's some really great, amazing matches and some really great bots we've seen in there. And hopefully that will continue. And thanks all for tuning in. I will see you next week.